Howdy, y'all! Wow, can you believe it's already been a year? That's right, a year already that we doing this Titegroup and powder coat test. So we did the original video because I had forgot about the Titegroup affecting powder coating. So we don't use the bullets that much, you know, or we use them a bunch, but we use them faster than you think we'd have any problems. And we've already proved that because at 6 months, there was nothing wrong with the bullets. It was a little bit stuck to it, but, you know, nothing stupid. There was no really bad powder coat, like soft or anything. They all shot fine. The average velocity was just about the same as the original freshly loaded test group. So now we're going to see what the control looks like. It's been sitting underneath my bench undisturbed for 6 months. Let's get this thing open. It's discolored a little bit. I don't really feel anything. I mean, there's some powder stuck to the bottom of it. But there's nothing wrong with that powder coat. It feels a little weird compared to, it's not as slick as this stuff, so it's definitely got it's done something to it, but I don't know what. But I can't scratch it or nothing. Yeah, I scratched it a little bit there, so it maybe softened it up a little bit. So let's put this out of the way. And let's pull this one and see what it looks like. All right, let me reposition the camera. All right, you see it's got some powder on it. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Let me, I'm trying to do this where I can do it in camera. Most of that just rubbed right off. It looked like I drug a little bit of the powder coat off, either pulling it or seating it. Let's see. On the side of the bullet, I can't do nothing to that powder coat. It is on there. It's tough. Let's see about the bottom. Yes, the bottom is a little gooey. So it did affect it after after a year. But that ain't too bad. Yeah, that's either scraped off from loading or unloading, or pulling it or seating the bullet. But other than that, it looks fine. So, back up here a little bit so y'all can see me. Let's go to the range and shoot this 5 and get a velocity check. So, we'll see y'all at the range. All right, 1 year of Titegroup and powder coat testing velocity. Need to turn the chronograph on. All right, second try. Looks to be about the same as the rest of them. Okay, this is 5 more freshly loaded. These may be a little bit less powder charge. I went from 2.8 to 2.5. So, but we'll see. A little bit. A little bit lower velocity, but they were real consistent. All right, here's the data from today. These are the 1-year-old bullets. 873, 906, 888, 906. Average 893, which is actually higher than the original, when I originally loaded it. And this was with 2.8 grains, and that's with 2.8, and this is with 2.8. And this was fresh loads at 2.5 grains. 835, 820, 809, 802, and 805 for 814. So there's the data. Like I said, that was the control, and they said it's I don't know if that side was in the powder more than the other ones, but it definitely scratches off the bottom a little bit. This was the 6 month, this was the year bullet. They said it, the one that I pulled from a year ago. The outside that's just like fresh. It's only on the bottom. And then this was the 6 month one. Obviously it's hard. I can't get none of that off. Bottom's still pretty hard. Okay, so the end of this test. My conclusions: loaded for a year is not a problem. Yes, there was a little bit of powder coat effect on from the powder, from the Titegroup powder. I don't think it matters on the velocities that we're shooting for cowboy action shooting. It didn't affect it any. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to load up for a year's worth of shooting anyway, so I think we're safe, especially 6 months out. I don't load that many at a time. I usually load somewhere around 1,000 when I sit down at the press. So I don't know. I meant to go look at Broke Loader and Walter's videos before I finished this one up, but I just hadn't had time. I wanted to see how long theirs was. I want to say that they was doing it for like 3 months and was having really bad reactions. The only difference I've done that from them is, you know, I spray my bullets down with the alcohol lanolin mix when I size them. So is that slowing down that process or something? I don't know. So, but anyway, yeah, 1 year test done. So that's the first time I ever did something like this, you know, take this long to test something, but we had fun doing it. We got to do some shooting out of it. So all right, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody.